If your teeth are yellow, it's probably not your coffee or your brushing. It's a silent metabolic signal no dentist is trained to diagnose, because whitening strips don't fix the cause. They just make your teeth weaker, more porous, and more stained over time. But I'll show you the root cause that actually works and how to whiten naturally without destroying your enamel. We've been trained to think that yellow teeth, it's a cosmetic issue. So what do? We attack the surface. We scrub and brush our teeth harder. We bleach stronger. And by doing all this, we strip the enamel even more, making it thinner. But what if your yellow teeth isn't coming from the outside? Look, here's what I want you to get. Your teeth, they are porous. So what exactly does that mean? Because this is important for you to get. Think of your teeth like a sponge, but a sponge that's made of like hard stone. From the outside, it looks hard and solid. But from the inside, it's full of microscopic holes. Those tiny holes are what I mean when I say your teeth are porous. Just like a sponge, your teeth absorbs liquids, it can hold on to colors, and once something soaks in, it's really hard to get it fully out. And your enamel, this is important too, your enamel responds to pH, specifically saliva pH. And your saliva pH reflects your gut health, your liver health, and your metabolic health. No one's told you that before. This is the first time. I guarantee that most of you are hearing this. And when your saliva becomes acidic, the stains bind easier, the enamel weakens much faster, and whitening becomes temporary. And look, I've worked with tens of thousands of people in the last 17, 18 years being in this health space. And here are the common internal triggers that dentists rarely address when it comes to stained teeth, yellow teeth. All right, acid reflux is a good one, even something called silent GERD. Liver congestion, gut dysbiosis, mineral deficiencies, chronic dehydration, and having high levels of inflammation. So you could keep whitening your teeth and they will keep turning yellow again, because that's not a surface stain. This is a biochemical imbalance. You gotta address the root cause, which I'm gonna show you what to do. And later on in this lesson, by the way, I'm gonna share with you the 16 best foods that support saliva pH and the 21 foods and drinks you need to avoid at all costs if you're serious about getting to the cause here. But before we get there, let me ask you something. Answer these questions in your head right now. Do your teeth yellow evenly or mostly near the gum line? Do you build plaque no matter how well you brush? Are your gums inflamed? Do they bleed when you brush hard or floss? Or do you have receding gums? Do you wake up with a dry mouth? And lastly, do you deal with reflux, bloating, or bad breath? Now, the bad breath part, you may not know, so ask your partner or ask a close friend. Look, if he said yes to any of those questions, your mouth is waving a huge red flag at you. Your body's always trying to communicate. And unfortunately, your dentists, like most doctors, were never trained to discover this signal. And I want you to get this. It's not about laziness. You're not lazy. It's not even about poor hygiene in most cases. This is about biology. And I believe this, your mouth is the front line of internal health. A lot of disease is linked directly to the mouth. So if your whitening routine keeps failing, it's because you're treating the symptom, not the source. You see, your tooth enamel is not solid. It's crystalline. Too much acid in that mouth from the wrong foods. I'll give you the 21 worst foods to avoid. It weakens that enamel. And then you whiten the teeth with whitening strips or you bleach it. See, the bleaching and the whitening, get this, oxidizes stains and enamel proteins. Meaning bleach doesn't just remove stains. It changes the entire structure of the tooth. And this is not just what I've seen with my clients or me just giving you things I think is happening. No, human research backs this up. See, the data shows that acidic oral environments accelerates enamel erosion. It also shows that low saliva buffering capacity increases that discoloration, the yellow. Research also shows that gut inflammation, those are gums that bleed easy or gums that are receding, alters oral microbiome composition, and those individuals usually have bad breath. Get this, it also shows that mineral deficiency weakens enamel remineralization. So whitening strips may make your teeth look white temporarily, but they make them weaker. This is kind of like over bleaching hair for the ladies out there. I'm sure you've bleached your hair before, some men too. You get a bright color, but you've destroyed the structure. And here is the part that most dentists will never say out loud, especially not to you. Whitening strips the enamel, increases sensitivity, disrupts your oral microbiome, increases the porosity, which are these little holes in your teeth, and then causes a rebound staining. Okay, this is actually pretty brilliant from a business standpoint because you think the whitening helps, and it does, but it actually makes it worse over time. So that's why people get trapped in this cycle. They whiten the teeth, it makes it more sensitive, makes it more yellow, then they whiten the teeth again. That's not healthcare. That's a business subscription model. It's a good one, but it's also an evil one. All right, so what do you do here? I'm gonna give you the steps to follow. The natural root cause whitening protocol. All right, step 1, baking soda and a high quality activated charcoal. You're only gonna do this once a week. As a matter of fact, you don't wanna do it more than once a week. Here's why this works. Baking soda is an alkaline buffer. When I go to my holistic dentist and I do my dental cleaning, which I do twice a year, once every 6 months, they will put the baking soda as an alkaline buffer to strengthen the enamel after the cleaning. Okay, so baking soda does that. Charcoal is a binder. It absorbs toxins. It's not abrasive as well. And this together removes surface stains without acid, without weakening the enamel. So it doesn't strip the enamel. It supports the natural pH in your saliva. So here's how you're gonna do this once a week. A small pinch of each, the baking soda, the activated charcoal, put it on your toothbrush, gentle brushing once a week. All it needs to be is 60 to 90 seconds once a week. That's step 1. Step 2 is oil pulling. You may have heard of oil pulling, coconut pulling. There's a right way to do it. There's a wrong way to do it. Let me explain why this is beneficial and the right way to do it. Oil pulling binds lipid-soluble toxins in your mouth and saliva. It reduces pathogenic bacteria because coconut oil is antimicrobial, antibacterial. And it also improves gum health and alters the oral microbiome balance. So healthier gums, whiter teeth. Here's how to do it. You're going to grab a tablespoon of coconut oil. Organic, unrefined is always best. And you're going to put that in your mouth. You're going to gently swish that in your mouth. Like you have water in your mouth, but it's coconut oil for at least 10 minutes, but 20 minutes is ideal. Okay, who the heck is gonna do that consistently? This part is optional because I know for some people just doing that for 10 or 20 minutes, like that's kind of annoying, right? But here's the thing, when you do it, you're gonna benefit from it, and you're only gonna do this 2 or 3 times a week. I would not do it more than that. It could have a negative effect on the gut if you do it every single day. And here's the key. After you swish in your mouth for at least 10 minutes, you're going to spit it out. Do not swallow it. And then you'll rinse with warm water. All right? You could do it at least once a week. 2 to 3 times is going to be ideal. So that's the second step here. Real quick, don't skip this, because if you're struggling with your health, this could change everything. If your belly won't budge, if your energy crashes, or if you feel inflamed no matter what you try, this is your reset. I built the 14-day belly fat burning plan to give you a clear, step-by-step system that melts fat, boosts energy, and gets your body working for you again. Here's exactly what you get inside the guide. A day-by-day roadmap. No guesswork. Week 1 builds your foundation and detoxifies your body. Week 2 ignites fat burning and lowers inflammation. You also get a nutrition playbook. What to eat, when to eat, and what to stop eating that's keeping you inflamed. You also get a fat-burning workouts pack. Short, effective sessions you could do at home, designed to target stubborn belly fat and keep you moving. In this guide, you also get a habits reset module, sleep hacks, stress killer routines, cravings control, because belly fat isn't just about calories. You also get some bonus tools, tracking sheets, quick reference cheat sheets, and meal prep templates so nothing slows you down. Click the first link in the description box below or scan the QR code on the screen and start right now. Oh, and it's not just theory. People are seeing amazing results. John Miller applied this information and he dropped 44.4 pounds in just the first 30 days. Gail Pigeon applied this information and she dropped over 120 pounds and she regained her health back. Look, working one-on-one, this system goes for over $100. But right now, you'll get it for just one payment of $17, since I want you to get started right away. That's less than takeout, and it could change your entire health trajectory. Click the first link in the description box below, or scan the QR code on the screen to get instant access. Don't hope your body changes. Make it change. Let's go. But then we have the third step. You want to get to the root cause here, the liver, the gut microbiome, and of course the saliva pH. This is the missing piece. You want to support saliva pH naturally with the following methods. Number one, eat more bitter-rich foods and bitter-rich greens. My favorite are going to be arugula, artichoke, lemons and limes squeezed with water, milk thistle, ginger, and then even sprinkling certain herbs like rosemary, thyme, and basil on your proteins could help as well. You also want to consume, this might sound counterintuitive, but it's not, but you also want to consume apple cider vinegar, all right, before your meals, at least before your biggest meal of the day. Yes, apple cider vinegar is acidic, but it's actually different the way it works when you actually consume it. But when you do consume the apple cider vinegar, dilute it with water and then drink it through a straw. That will protect you. And then when you're done with it, just rinse your mouth out. You're fine. That'll actually help the pH balance, not make it worse like most people think. And if you have GERD and acid reflux, it actually helps with that, and that's a different conversation, but acid reflux and GERD is actually a gut that's not acidic enough, by the way. Anyways, we'll talk about that in another lesson. Then you want to consume mineral-rich water. Minerals play a key role here. My favorite brands when I go to the supermarket are going to be Gerald Steiner, Saratoga, and Mountain Valley mineral-rich carbonated water. Bone broth could also be great. You can make your own bone broth or get a nice, credible brand out there. And then you want to consume adequate amounts of high-quality sea salt and potassium, right through your food and maybe supplementation. When you do this, when the saliva becomes more alkaline, the stains stop sticking. All right, with that being said, I promised you the 16 best foods to balance your pH in your saliva and the 21 worst foods. Let's start with the best foods. Here are the best foods according to my research. We have grass-fed cheeses like cheddar, Swiss, mozzarella, and Parmesan. We have unsweetened, so just straight up grass-fed raw milk. We have plain yogurt, especially the unsweetened, no sugar added variety. My personal favorite is the brand Coconut Cult. They're legit. Then we have sugar-free gum that uses xylitol. Xylitol gum and mints are incredible for your teeth, your gums, and this pH balance here. Then we have celery, carrots, and cucumbers, apples and pears, not juicing it, but the actual whole apple or the whole pear, walnuts and macadamia nuts, eggs with the yolk, meat and fish, just natural spring water, and then herbal teas that are unsweetened. So any from that list on a consistent basis will fix the issue here. Now, but at the same time, you want to avoid the destroyers of your enamel, the foods that are wrecking your pH balance, which are the following 21 foods. We have soda, regular or diet, fruit juice, including 100% fruit juice, sports drinks and energy drinks, sweetened coffee. Unsweetened organic coffee is fine, but the sweetened coffee is not a good idea. Kombucha, I would not recommend. Dried fruits like raisins, dates, and apricots. Gummy candy and fruit snacks. Hard candies, crackers, chips, pretzels. So we're getting into processed foods here. White bread, refined baked goods, sugary cereals, and granola. And then in general, you want to avoid frequent snacking and grazing, even if it's healthy food. So here's what I want you to try. For the next 7 days, stop chemical whiteners, use the baking soda and activated charcoal just once, oil pull at least once in the next 7 days. You could increase it to 2 or 3 times. Drink mineral-rich fluids and support digestion before meals with those apple cider vinegar recommendation, and eat the bitter-rich foods with your meals. Now, you won't just see the difference. You're actually going to feel it as well in the next 7 days. I want you to get that your smile is more than cosmetic. It's metabolic. It's biological. It's a reflection of internal balance, what's happening on the inside. You don't need another cover-up. You need root cause whitening. And that starts today, my friend. Hey, if this has helped you, then drop like a tooth emoji in the comment section down below if you're watching on YouTube. And look, send this to someone you know who needs this message. Somebody who keeps whitening their teeth with whitening strips, but it never stays white. They're in that subscription model. Let's get them out of there. This is how we reclaim our health naturally, fueled by what I call vitamin G, gratitude. Now, let me get to the questions you submitted on this topic. Ben, wouldn't baking soda destroy enamel? Only acid dissolves enamel, not alkalinity, my friend. Baking soda is what's considered like mildly alkaline, and it's very low abrasively, especially compared to many tooth whitening toothpaste. And you're just going to do it once a week. It buffers acids, supports remineralization, and protects enamel rather than stripping it. My amazing biological dentist, Dr. Theodore Herman, here in South Miami, uses it when I get my cleaning, and I trust him. Ben, aren't yellow teeth a genetic thing and nothing fixes that? Genetics, as it always does, plays a role in everything. But it's a lot smaller than what most people think, less than 5%. Genetics may affect the enamel thickness, but the saliva pH, the mineral status, and overall inflammation will determine whether the stains stick. You get that? Even genetically thinner enamel can appear whiter when oral chemistry improves. Now, before I get to the next question, let me give you another valuable resource that's going to help what you learned today and that protocol I gave you today and take it to the next level. This is a free guide I want to give to you. Look, you've been lied to. Some of the healthiest vegetables you eat every single day are silently wrecking your gut, inflaming your body, and locking fat around your belly. I put together a free guide breaking down the 5 vegetables you must avoid if you want real fat loss and what to eat instead to reset your metabolism fast. This is the truth your doctor will never tell you, but your belly fat already knows. Click the second link in the description box below or scan the QR code on the screen right now for those watching on YouTube to grab your avoid list now. Less inflammation, less confusion, and a lot less belly fat in 7 days or less. Now let's get to the next question. My teeth are yellow from coffee. That's obvious. Coffee stains everyone, including myself. But it's the acidic saliva that allows stains to bind permanently. Is it a good idea to brush your teeth after coffee? Yes, of course. But 2 people can drink the same coffee and only one gets chronic yellowing. The difference is oral biochemistry, not the beverages. So let me give myself as an example. About, 2015, 10, 11 years ago, I was a coffee drinker. I still am, but I had a lot of yellow. My teeth was yellow, and I had an issue with my enamel. I had an issue with my pH, the acidity in my mouth. And I would drink coffee, and I would brush my teeth, and it would still stain, and I'd be like, what the heck? What can I do? Now I don't have that issue because I took care of the root cause problem, the liver, the inflammation. I ate those bitter-rich foods. I followed the protocol that I outlined for you today. So don't be fooled by just blaming it on coffee. You could become more resilient to coffee, meaning it will be less of a stain when you take care of the right thing, which is what we talked about today. I hope this is valuable. Look, please share this with somebody you know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you love this lesson, I recently published a video here on YouTube that's gone viral. Everybody's loving this. It's about what you can do to something you could add to your rice to lower glucose, heal your gut, burn fat, and reduce the blood sugar and insulin spikes. This is going to blow your mind. Here's a clip from that video that just got released. Then what you want to do is click the video on the screen coming up, and it'll take you to that lesson. I'll see you there. And a gut healing superfood. And human studies prove it. This tiny add-in slashes insulin, but here's the good news. Rice is rarely eaten alone in day-to-day life, and how you build the rice meal changes the glucose and insulin curve dramatically. So let's start with the first ingredient to